And these people are just like, fuck you, bitch, I need a TV! Like, excuse me? I need to be home watching TV, but instead I'm here monitoring your stupid ass.
Hi, welcome back to Louder Than Ever. I'm Mary.
I'm Hailey.
And we are two Gemini Ravenclaws who are slightly snotty and have literally nothing else in common. Oh my gosh. So
poor Becky is covered in snot.
Poor Becky. Oh, and by the way, we named our microphone Becky. That was like so many weeks ago. And I forgot to mention it like a million times.
You were supposed to Instagram her.
I didn't.
I know.
I was...
You're a failure.
I know. So it's Becky. That's our microphone. As in, oh my god, Becky, look at her butt. Because Becky is everybody. Everybody loves to gossip and
I think we talked about this before. Becky is supposed to be like a derogative term now for like all white women.
That's fine. We can embrace that too, because
I'm okay. I'm not going to be offended if somebody refers to me as Becky.
You can call me a Becky. I totally am a Becky. It's all right.
You are a Becky.
I am. I'm such a Becky. There's no way I can get around it. So
Aww.
I wouldn't be offended. I'd be
fair.
Actually, I'd be sort of intrigued that you picked up on that about me. You know, I'd be like, oh, you're savvy.
Or it's just that obvious.
Oh, it's not that obvious. I feel like I have other aspects of my personality that shine too. Anyway, I have like some allergy problems going on right now. I don't know if you can tell by the sound of my voice.
There's some snot.
I'm hoping that you can't, but I'm really highly suspicious that you actually can. So, sorry. And also, I already apologized to Hailey because I know I'm going to be interrupting to snot all over everything. I have a box of tissues here. I don't know. It's really weird. It's really weird. I'm not really sure what it is about, honestly, because I felt fine this morning, and I wasn't even outside that much today.
I felt like I was pretty snivelly, but you're way more than me.
Yeah, I don't know. So
Ugh.
I even have, like, the headache that goes along with it a little bit and stuff. So, like, I'm going to do my best to
Snot
not
is
snot.
gross.
Anyway.
It's almost Thanksgiving.
It is. I can't believe that because it feels like just yesterday was Halloween and summertime. And
I know. How, like, all of October, I think, happened in about 3 seconds.
Right?
So
it was just so warm the whole time that it never really felt like it got cold enough for Halloween, so you're still kind of stuck. Like, is it still September? Is it September? Is it September?
Is it June?
Wait. I'm confused.
Are we still in Minnesota?
Right.
Minnesota? I think we're good.
We're still
We're not in
here.
Oz.
No, not yet, but...
Stop.
I can't do very good accents with a snotty nose.
No, they don't speak in a British accent in Oz.
I'm... Okay, governor. I just got to get in the right state of mind, alright? Now I'm Australian.
No.
There we go. Yeah.
No.
Oh, yeah.
No.
You're totally wrong.
We're going to talk about another British colony, which is early days America.
Oh.
Where they had Thanksgiving.
I don't really like the American story. Like, every time we have Thanksgiving, I can't really, like, forget exactly what it is we're celebrating, which is taking over someone else's home and calling it our own.
Right.
I mean, imagine how it would feel if aliens fell from the sky and were like, oh, yeah, I see your cute little house here, but this is my land. I'm gonna move you over there in the swamp. Thanks, though.
Rude.
Yeah, you wouldn't like it very much, and that's kind of what happened.
Oh, and also, here are some blankets covered in disease.
Yeah, like, just in case it doesn't get you going fast enough with the gun pointed in your face and whatnot, I'm also gonna cause a epidemic of a violent foreign disease that'll kill you all.
So, that's
Happy
sad.
Thanksgiving! Let's have a parade!
Thanks, Macy's.
I really do love the parade, though.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
You're looking at me like, I love the parade, all the balloons.
I hate parades.
Well, that's your own problem.
I find them to be excruciatingly boring. Except at Disney.
Well, yeah, Disney has some real interactive parades.
Disney knows how to do a damn parade.
I wouldn't want to be a spectator at the Macy's. I mean, I actually did go to the parade.
Wow.
Figures. I did. I was
Hashtag bougie.
I was like maybe 9 or something, and it was very cold. It was very cold, though. I remember because I had to wear like an extra coat and like super hat. No, it was cold. Like even for New York, it doesn't really get that super cold there.
Yeah, it does.
Well, not really. Not like it does here. You don't get like the super sub-zero stuff.
They get a lot of snow though.
They do. I'm not saying they have nice winter. What was that?
Where did it go?
What?
My phone.
Oh my god, that was your phone? Oh my god, Hailey.
I think it went under the couch.
It went under the massive table. Oh my god. Oh, here.
Hello, phone.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
I scraped it.
I dropped it.
I bent over at others. Stop. That was unpleasant.
Oh, man.
No, yeah, we went to the parade. And it was very cold, though. It was like sub-zero like it gets here. I remember it was very cold, and we sat in some bleachers. And my mother made a big deal about how awesome it was. I mean, don't get me wrong, it was pretty cool. But it's not like we were sitting where they're filming it or anything, where they stop and do the acts. We were just sitting there while it was going. But the parade would stop and do the acts, like, ahead of us.
Sure.
Where they film it, and everything would just stop in front of you. Yes. Everything would just stop. And so you'd be sitting there and be like, yeah, all right, they're going to stop. Oh, no, it's going to stop at this boring part while they do the cool stuff in the rotunda area. Oh. So.
Well,
I don't know. I don't know if it really lasted that long. Like, as a kid, I felt like it was a really long time. It might not even have been because of the acts. It might have just been, like, parades don't move that fast. And as a child, I felt like it was just taking forever. But it was cold, and I was uncomfortable, and I remember my parents, like, having coffee, and my mom, like, complaining about what was in her coffee. Because she, like... I have a distinct memory of it. It was, like, too much sugar and cream or something. I guess, like, you don't get, like, black coffee there or something. I don't know.
Oh.
When you don't, like, specify, it comes very doctored. Whereas here it would come black if you didn't, like, say anything. If you just ordered coffee. I guess. I don't know. That was just a memory that I had.
Weird.
But I also remember having, like, a little stuffed panda bear with me that I would shove in my long hat. I had a very long hat with a tassel on the end, and I would put the stuffed animal bear inside my hat so it could come to the parade and still be warm. We stayed at the Plaza Hotel. And
oh, my God.
It was a big deal. I was really disappointed because it was, like, the Home Alone era. And,
yeah.
In the movie, he goes and jumps in a big pool while he's staying at the Plaza Hotel.
Yeah.
At the actual Plaza Hotel, there is no pool. It is like a health club, like, down the street that children aren't allowed to go play in the pool like Kevin did in the movie. And so I felt, like, lied to. I was very disappointed. Wow, this remembering of the Thanksgiving. You said Macy's Parade. I was like, oh my gosh, this trip was scarring.
You said Macy's Parade, actually.
I did.
You started this.
I did. Well, you said Thanksgiving, and to me, that's Macy's Parade.
I said I hate parades.
I love parades.
Okay, nothing in common.
Jeez, what are we even doing here?
I mean, we were going to talk about a little bit of Thanksgiving. I try to ignore the history, which is sad.
Yeah.
Because it is
just
sad.
Just embrace the Americanization of the holiday with the meal.
Yeah, I look forward to the turkey and to the green bean casserole and to the cranberries and to spending some time with my family because Thanksgiving usually, like, my dad's side of the family comes to, and we only see them pretty much Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Isn't it funny that you only see them twice a year and they're, like, within a month of each other? Yeah. I always think that's funny because that's the same way with Tuna's side of Tuna's dad's side of the family. We really only see them on those two holidays. And they're so close together. It's weird.
And all of them, like, live here. Like, they live in the cities.
Oh, yeah.
So they're not.
It's not.
So it's not, like, going far out of my way to see them, but it's just that's not what we do. Yeah, I don't know. So.
Well, I love Thanksgiving, and it always makes me think of jelly to cranberry sauce. I love this stuff that comes out and it's shaped like a can.
That's the only acceptable.
It really is.
Sauce.
Someone makes this homemade stuff, and you're like, oh my god, barf. Where
it's
is
got
my
the actual berries in it.
I know. Why? Who eats those? No, you don't need those.
I will eat lingonberries with actual lingonberries
Absolutely.
in it. That's appropriate.
I just had that for dinner tonight.
You're rude.
It was so good. I really do like those lingonberries, but no, the cranberry sauce has got to be shaped like a can.
It does.
There's got to be sweet potatoes with marshmallows on them.
I saw somebody once, they served the cranberries out of the can, but then they mashed them up.
They mashed up the can?
Yeah.
You're not fooling
they
anybody.
They took it out of the can, but then they mashed it up. I'm like, what?
Why did you do that?
I could have just, had a nice slice of circular
I love the
cranberry.
Slice, and you take a little chunk with every bite. It's
they
perfect.
mashed it up.
They were trying to fool people.
I maybe?
And gravy. Oh, and turkey and stuffing. Mashed potatoes. Look, now I want dinner. Now I want the dinner. I want some kind of Jell-O salad.
We only have to wait a couple more days. It's on Thursday.
Jell-O salad.
So, ew.
Yeah.
Jell-O salad.
It's good.
No.
Someone always makes Jell-O with fruit in it.
That's so Minnesotan.
Oh.
Jell-O salad, or what's it called with the grapes and the
ambrosia?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Minnesotan.
Oh my gosh.
Dear God.
All the salads are very Minnesotan, and it means holidays to me, and Thanksgiving's like the start of the Christmas season. So
it is. Well, it's also the start of hell the next day.
Oh my gosh, Black Friday.
So aptly named.
Dun dun dun.
I mean, I love black, but Black Friday
is
the
exactly
dark day.
that.
I don't leave my house.
It brings out the worst in people. I originally subscribed to the idea that no amount of savings was worth dealing with that many people.
No.
And then one year when I was 19 years old, I got a seasonal job at Bath and Body Works. And of course, it was very part-time, but guess what was one of the absolutely required days?
Black Friday.
Black Friday.
No.
Okay, so I had a lot of, anticipation for this day. It was going to be awful. They had, super staffed.
Mm-hmm.
The, store. Everyone was working on Black Friday, and it was we were just so excited. We had all these sales goals, of course. We were going to meet. We had been pumped up. At that place, it was a lot of, organizing the rows of lotions and things. And using the big, long stick to, get them to all stay together and things. I mean, so Black Friday was also, obviously petrifying because that long stick, man, it was, impossible keeping things in order, even on, a normal busy day. So I was thinking that, man, this is just going to be awful, this Black Friday. I was dreading it. I mean, I'm not kidding. I loved that job. They loved me so much there. I always had to stand in the front of the store. They wouldn't even teach me how to use the register. Because I was so, engaging with people to get them to come in the store. And, when they would first come in the store, I mean, I had zero filter back then. I'm going to tell you, I have one now.
Believe it or not.
It grew, but back then I really didn't. And I had no problem with, yelling out into the hallway and, trying to spray people when they came in the store and things like that. So I can't even tell you the number
Here's
of
some sweet pea.
Right? Come, let me try this on you. It's sparkly or whatever. And we had they gave us massage classes about how to use the products and massage people's hands while you wash them in the sink and things. And so I loved doing those. And I'd be okay, you have to let me do 4 different things to your arms so you could feel just how amazing your whole body would feel if you got the scrub and the wash and the exfoliating bar and the shaving cream for and you could really go.
Oh my God.
And it's funny because I never really thought I would be good at sales, and I haven't really even tried it since then, but I was obsessed with Bath and Body Works. I knew every product in that store because I had been patronizing it since I was 12 years old and allowed to go to the mall for the first time and bought my first bottle of Country Apple shower gel.
Country Apple shower gel.
Country Apple is the best shower gel they make, and I mean it still comes back on the special semi-annual sale where they bring out all the old scents back. They still bring Country Apple back, and I might have 4 bottles of it upstairs. Maybe possibly. But anyway, this whole long rant was to talk about Black Friday, and the point of this was I was so prepared. I was so excited. I had been working there a month, and so I had gotten really good at selling things and answering questions and doing all the aforementioned activities. I was very ready. And Black Friday comes, and there is a huge snowstorm, and no one is in the mall.
Yeah.
It was so anticlimactic. Like, our sales goals were just blown out of the water, you know? Like, my boss, her face was just like, like...
Oh my god.
Because, of course, she's like, we're just going to have to tell corporate about the weather, you know? Like, nothing else that we can do. And it wasn't even one that had been, like, really forecast to come. So
the surprise snowstorms.
Yeah, it was like... So, there were still some people, but... No, it was so funny because then the next few days were really busy, but nothing like I imagine, and I never got like that real Black Friday experience. I mean, don't get me wrong, there were some really awful days at that Bath and Body Works because let me tell you, like I'm a horrible consumer. I'm horrible. Yeah. But people would get mad that, like, I couldn't run the register, and they'd want me to, like, go open a register, and I'm like, oh, I can't. I haven't been trained on that. I work up here in the front talking to people, and they, like, I would go, and they'd tell you to, like, work the line when there was a long line, and they'd make me go, like, with the massager, and, like, massage people's, like, backs and shoulders, and, like, work the line. And these people would always be like, why don't you just get up there and run a fucking register? Jesus Christ. So, yeah, I was expert back massager, zero cash register experience, and even sometimes I would just leave and go back to the front of the store.
Bye!
I was intimately familiar with the long stick, though, because that is another job that you have when you're not, you know, when there's no one around, you have to be always straightening the rows.
We called it, at Sally, front and face.
Oh, sure.
And pull everything to the front and face it, make sure the label's out. Super exciting. My worst Black Friday experience was while working at Perkins.
Interesting.
So
tell me more about Black Friday at Perkins.
So here's the thing.
Okay.
We didn't do Black Friday at Perkins.
No.
But my particular Perkins location that I worked at was, at the time, right next to a Best Buy.
Okay.
So,
which does Black Friday like nobody's business.
People literally start camping out like while everyone is having dinner on Thanksgiving.
Yes, it's depressing.
So,
there's tents.
It's ridiculous.
It is.
And
I agree.
It's fucking Minnesota. Like, it's snowy and cold.
And it's usually not even a great deal. It's like a, cheap TV or something.
They mark everything up earlier in the month so that they can give you these great
amazing 75% off MSRP.
If you didn't know that, guys, Black Friday is a lie.
It is.
They mark everything up and then give you this great sale. It's a lie. You just shouldn't partake. It's stupid. And you're putting yourself at risk for, like, frostbite. But anyway.
Anyway, it's worth it to some people, so.
So the Perkins was right next door. So Black Friday, we would have to rent out barriers for our parking lot. Because it was a parking lot that had two exit entrances, whatever. And we'd have to block off the one on the Best Buy side.
Sure.
So that nobody snuck in. And then we would have to, like, get assigned for parking lot duty.
Oh, where they get to go out?
Where we would have to go stand outside. And, I mean, we're not, like, standing at the entrance or anything. But we had to make sure that every car that pulled into our parking lot, people came into Perkins. And didn't
start walking towards the Best Buy. What did you do? Have to go, like, flag them down?
Yeah, we had to tell them that they can't park there. And if they, like, said fuck you and just kept walking like many of them did, we were instructed to call the police.
I thought you would call like a towing company.
No, they said, well, the police said call a towing company, but we were instructed to call the police.
No, that's a good story.
So, I got assigned to this.
Oh, fun. I bet this wasn't like, because Black Friday people aren't crazy at all. So.
No,
yeah.
And I mean, the words that these people will say to you when you tell them they cannot park there. I mean, because in their mind, they're already, like, screwed because they didn't arrive at 4 p.m. on Thanksgiving.
With their tent.
And then they had to park at Perkins, which is a slight uphill from Best Buy, so now they're going to have to carry all their merchandise up the hill.
Oh, no.
And now, me, this stupid server peasant woman, is telling me that I cannot park there. And these people are just like, fuck you, bitch, I need a TV! Like, excuse me? I need to be home watching TV. But instead I'm here monitoring your stupid ass.
I mean, you at least need to be in the restaurant doing your job as a server.
Right. If nothing else, I'd like to be making some fucking tips right now, dude.
Oh my gosh. That is the worst.
It really was.
That would just be awful.
Yeah. And it's fucking cold.
People are so rude, too.
This is during the point in my life where I smoked, too, and we weren't allowed to just stand out there and smoke.
Oh, sure, because,
Because, if we were smoking during our shift, we had to do it in the little, hut thing where we kept our dumpsters so that nobody could see us smoking because, it's a big secret that servers fucking smoke. You know what? The people that serve your food, they fucking smoke. You know why? Because you suck.
Yes.
I don't care who you are. You suck.
You're talking to me because I suck.
I'm 100% talking to you. I
really...
probably would have, I wouldn't have spat in your food. I never did that. That would be awful. But... oh my God, the stories I would have of you.
No, because I would give you a good tip when I was done.
But I
being
wouldn't
a total
have known
bitch.
that.
What do you mean? You don't get your own tips?
No, I mean
afterwards. Yeah, maybe in the kitchen during the time, but then afterwards, you wouldn't go telling the story of me for weeks on end because I
might.
This crazy bitch that tipped me $20 on a.
I mean, I would end the story with, okay, she gave me $20, so maybe she wasn't that bad, but this bitch.
I am really bad.
No. And that's the thing, when you tip a server, you tip them at the end. So that's when they find out that maybe you're not that bad. The whole time that you're there, before they've served you your food and your drink, they don't know. They have no idea that you're going to be giving them a rather handsome tip. In fact, based on your attitude at the time, they assume that you're not going to be giving them a very good tip. So fuck you very much.
Well, okay. I mean,
not
I don't
you personally,
know.
but these people.
Oh, well, me personally.
I mean, what kind of you personally?
Yeah.
But
okay. You can try to pretend like that wasn't directed right at her. But I know better.
So, fair warning, don't be those people. And don't fucking park in another parking lot.
Were there signs?
You're going somewhere else.
I mean, besides the barriers?
Yeah, we had signs on the barrier.
And
then I was the sign,
entrance.
Basically.
I do still... I've been trying to at least be polite with my incessant requests. So...
yeah.
I don't come across as bitchy as I would have 5 or 6 years ago. 10 years ago would have been
years ago.
Would have been really bad. So it's been an improvement. As I get older, you get wiser, you calm down a little too. I think I have learned that the world is not out to service me. I must service myself. Well, not like that. Jeez.
But like that. But no.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to get my own food from the back of the kitchen at Perkins.
Sex World has Black Friday deals?
No.
Sex World is a store here in Minnesota.
Yeah, I don't...
in case you don't live here.
They're open 24/7. And
they have... huge. It's 2 levels.
Yes. And they have a large animatronic penis you can ride for a quarter. And they have girls in booze that are dancing that you can watch.
You can give them money to do things.
Yes. Mm-hmm. I've not actually done so.
No, I've not either.
I've only, seen them from afar and went, oh my gosh, those women are beautiful. Why are they doing this to themselves? But they also make me sad. Yes. Why would you do that to yourself, lady? But no, I don't think they have Black Friday sales. But it'd be interesting. I wonder, because there's a lot of places that you wouldn't necessarily think have Black Friday deals.
That's true.
Might have them. Like the appliance store in town, they have a Black Friday deal.
Do they?
Yes.
That's curious. What's the place right down the road called?
Oh, Fantasy Gifts.
Oh, yeah. I wonder if they have Black Friday deals.
I would think no. It'd be does a gas station have Black Friday deals? No. Does the grocery store have Black Friday deals? No.
I guess.
Target does.
So, wait. But the sex store is a gas station or a grocery store?
It's an essential item.
It's an essential item? Wait.
Wait.
Hold on. This is not where we had intended this episode to go.
No, it's not.
The sex toys are essential items?
I guess not. I guess
the videos in which little people fuck women that are literally the size of a truck are essential items?
Well, okay, fine. They might not be essential, but they're not likely to be discounted on Black Friday either.
Well, I think that maybe the sex industry should look into that.
I mean,
are the prostitutes in
I feel
Las
like
Vegas, do they have Black Friday deals?
Don't you think they'd have, like, Super Saturday or whatever, the online day deals? Not Black Friday necessarily. I think Black Friday is, like, retail brick and mortar stores.
Oh.
Whereas, like, the Super Saturday or whatever, what are they?
Cyber Saturday.
Cyber Saturday, yeah. Who says cyber anymore? I mean, they need to change that because no one says cyber to refer to the internet anymore.
That's true.
All that I think of when I think of cyber is, like, cyber sex.
Staying on theme.
Right?
That's still what I think of, too.
Yeah, so,
which is,
anyway.
like, that's weird.
So, but I would think that if they were going to have related sales, they would be on Saturday, because they're online retailers.
But Fantasy Gifts they do have a website, but it's a physical store that you can go to.
Yeah, but I just don't think that they participate. When do they ever have sales? That's the other thing. I don't think they ever really have sales there.
Huh. I guess not.
So if you don't ever have sales, then you're probably not going to have a Black Friday sale.
Well, if you work in the sex industry, I feel like you should look into having some Black Friday or Cyber Saturday
I feel like you
sales.
should definitely private message us on Facebook.
You should definitely send us a message because I want to hear all about it.
I really am quite curious myself too.
I have so many questions for you.
I would love to talk to you.
And one of our listeners might have a little bit of a question about how to get into your profession.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact.
We have an email, oh my gosh, and we got this a while ago, and it, like, took me forever and ever to get to reading it. So,
but
sorry.
That segue actually worked really well.
It did.
So.
Advice. I'm, like, super poor and shit.
Wait. Okay, so the email is titled advice?
Yes.
Okay, titled advice.
It's titled advice. What? You need to interrupt me to clarify?
Yeah, there was no clean back in there.
Okay, so we got an email. I'm like super poor and shit, and I want to maybe sell some photography, or even considering selling my body.
Okay.
Not sure which would bring in more money, or how to do either efficiently. Sincerely, broke-ass hoe. Okay, so I'm not going to read the PS because it talks about if Trump becomes president, and by this point we will know. All right.
Okay.
So, broke-ass hoe. Here's the thing about photography. Nowadays, anybody can go and get themselves a camera and even sometimes, an iPhone, for example.
Lots of us have this.
And they go out and they snap a few artsy sort of blurry photos that they then apply a black and white filter on and call themselves a photographer. They make themselves a little Facebook group. And then they start doing mini sessions, spamming all the local garage sale sites with their mini session offer. Meet them at a local park, and for X number of dollars, some extremely small amount, of course, you can get 20 minutes and 5 edited images. And I'm telling you this because I myself fell prey to a mini session offer.
You did not.
I did. We did. I went and had them done when I was pregnant with Noodle. I was really pregnant, and I wanted to get some pictures. So we did one.
Oh,
and
no.
It really didn't turn out that bad. The lady actually was fairly decent, and the reason I'm telling you this is because anybody can do it, broke-asso. So can you. That also applies to prostitution. Just rewind and listen to the same advice, but substitute prostitution every time I say photography.
Mini sessions.
Yes.
Prostitution mini sessions.
Yes.
That's the title. Oh my god. Oh my god. Broke-ass hell, if you start doing prostitution mini sessions, please send me a link to the ad. Because I just want...
Yes. And an abbreviated menu.
Oh my god.
And
I'll promote the hell out of you.
Right.
Oh my god.
Come on, bro, guys, how? We want to know, was this helpful? I looked at the microphone expectingly there. Becky, what do you think?
I feel like Becky, if she had an opinion, would probably be like rolling her eyes
right
now. How many people do you think actually consider being prostitutes?
A decent number.
But like don't actually do it, but like seriously consider it.
Well, I mean, I considered being a stripper.
That's a fun fact.
Yeah, so I mean, it's not exactly the same thing, but I remember there was a girl when I was like, okay, very young, like, 19.
Sure.
The ideal age for any stripper, obviously. Really 18. Really. But I was a little behind the eight ball.
You're pushing it at 19,
yeah, but she was one, and she was telling me, like, you get so much money, but like I really wasn't attractive enough, really. I mean, I had big enough, like, boobs, and back then they were perky enough that...
Sure.
I sort of considered it, I guess, for like a half a second.
Huh.
Because you could make so much money, but I did end up just deciding to do a desk job. But I don't know. Speaking of prostitution, what is the most embarrassing or worst thing you've ever done for money? It could be just the job that you did like, or I can tell. I have one. It isn't really a job, but it's sort of not the most moral thing I've ever done, and I felt a lot of guilt about this. So I'm going to preface it by saying I felt a lot of guilt about what I'm about to tell you.
Okay. I'm ready.
Because
I'm here for this.
My boyfriend, this was a boyfriend that I don't think I've mentioned him before, but
in all the diary entries.
Yeah. Well, no, I think I actually did mention him in a diary entry. And I think we might have talked about it, but I'm not 100% sure. So it doesn't really matter who it is. Okay. He didn't have a lot of money, and he wanted money to get cigarettes. And they would do all kinds of ridiculous stuff. They had this scam where they would go around to stores that had pot machines outside, and they would go inside and say the machine ate my money and get $1. Right? And they would go around to they would have me drive them around to all the different stores until they got enough dollars to buy a pack of cigarettes. That was one thing, and that I felt really bad about that, but that wasn't even the worst thing.
Oh.
This is the worst thing. One time, he stole a bunch of batteries from Walmart, and then he gave them to me to return them. Because you could only do so many returns without a receipt or whatever. So he had already maxed out his number of returns without a receipt. And so he gave them to me and told me to go in and return them.
Oh my God.
Because they were the wrong size is what I told the lady.
Well, sure.
And I mean, and she didn't even second guess it. She didn't care. They didn't care.
No.
And I didn't even know that they were actually stolen batteries until after I returned them.
Oh, so, I mean, that's not even that bad then. You didn't willingly.
Well, but I suspected because they had the shenanigans, like the pot machine story I just referred to. So I kind of was like, this is a little fishy that you want me to return these batteries.
Wow.
Without a receipt. And, like, the story that he gave me about why he couldn't was, like, he had already done his 6 returns or however many it was, and I was like, okay, well, where is the receipt, He's like, oh, I lost it. I'm like, okay.
A likely
and it
story.
was like 3 big packs of like batteries, and I was like, you didn't have any reason to buy these. What were you buying these for? Why would you buy 3 big packs of batteries when I know you don't have a lot of money,
Oh my God. It just
didn't really seem, and I knew it was fishy, so I mean, but I didn't know for sure they were stolen until after when I finally pressed him about it, and he finally told me he stole the batteries, and we broke up not long after that.
Wow.
Because I couldn't get over the guilt of being an accessory to a crime. Whisked Walmart's like $30 or something. I mean, they were like 3 big packs of batteries, and we had like many a party pizza off that $30.
Many a party
Well,
pizza.
back then they were only $1
Sure.
or less. Sometimes they were like 79 cents. So that was the worst thing I've ever done for money.
Wow.
So second only to the pony ring that we discussed already. in our first episode.
That story makes me think of Stone.
Yes.
So, like, the whole time I'm just picturing him.
Yeah.
Because I can absolutely 100% see
this
him
guy
doing
and
that.
Stone were really...
They
they would have been real good buds.
They probably are.
Probably.
For
No,
all I
he's
know.
probably way too old for that. He was older than me. Every guy I dated
I don't
before
know.
Tuna was older than me. He's the first guy I've ever
Stone
dated.
had some pretty old friends.
That's
like,
true. He had, like, really old, like, weird hippie old friends, yeah. That kind of sketchy behavior isn't tolerated
Well,
around
sometimes
here
the old
anymore.
guys have the best weed.
So Stone
Stone
needed
was
to
all
know
about
that.
it.
We didn't call him Stone for nothing. Guys.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
Make smart decisions, people.
So
For example, don't name your children after stones.
No, don't do it.
Except for Ruby. Ruby's a great name. I really
cute.
like.
You still haven't answered the question.
And Jade too. I like. Okay, so maybe you can name your kids after stones, but
Just stop it. We're
We-
not going to
we
say
really
his,
choose.
we're not going to say his real name, so we can't warn you about it. But it's bad.
it's real bad.
So just take caution when you name your children in general, and you should be all right.
Yeah.
This would be a hard one to randomly, accidentally give, not knowing it's awful. Okay, so you still need to answer.
So, well, I did make tips off this.
Okay,
So, because when you're in beauty school, you don't get paid. Obviously, you pay to go to school.
Right.
But
so.
we could make tips when we were working with actual clients. And during pedicure season.
Oh God, I don't even want to hear this story now.
So
I know
this was a real whammy of a client. She came in, and the first thing she said to me, like literally, she didn't even say hi. I said, "Hi, my name's Hailey." And she goes, "I have really hairy legs because I was planning on having you wax them because I'm going on vacation, but I decided I don't actually want the wax, but I still want the pedicure." It's like, okay.
Oh, right. What the hell am I gonna find down there?
She wasn't lying. And I'm not one to get like I don't mind if you have hairy legs.
Sure.
It's okay. Like whatever.
It's normal.
But-
Mine are hairy right now.
But combine that with the state of her feet.
Oh no.
And I about lost it.
I can't imagine touching other people's feet.
You know,
Like,
I get more skeeved out about my own feet than other people's feet, to be honest, especially after going to beauty school.
Okay.
But this woman's feet, I mean, she had callus like an inch thick. I swear to God. Like, and it was cracked, but it was like, it wasn't so bad that like I couldn't like deny her the service.
Sure.
So I still had to do it with this
you
thick
just
ass
didn't
callus.
really
She had
want
one
to.
toe that the nail was gone.
Oh.
Except for, and I still for the life of me cannot figure this out because it's not how nails grow. In the center of the toenail bed was this little like almost pointy chunk of nail growing like upward.
Ew.
And it biologically makes no sense, but it was there. She told me to just ignore it even though it was sticking up like a little point in the middle of her toe. Just ignore it. And paint a fake toenail on my skin, please. Around the missing toenail and over the hump of a mysterious toenail.
Oh my God. Ugh.
This was also the only pedicure in which I clipped a nail and it flung up into my face.
Oh my God. Yuck.
It's the only time it's ever happened to me, and it was with this woman.
That's so disgusting and awful.
She gave me a $2 tip.
Oh. My God.
And she left with beautifully polished 9 nails and
one
fake nail.
fake skin nail.
And hairy as fuck legs.
Oh,
because she decided not to be waxed. So,
Oh, no.
I hope she had a great vacation. I did not have a good day.
Okay. That was a pretty hard to earn $2, it sounds like.
Yep.
Okay.
So,
Well, with that, I think we should just
we're done.
we should just stop
We
now.
need to. Whew.
Okay, so everybody have like a super wonderful Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Enjoy your families. Eat all the food. Nobody cares on Thanksgiving. Wear
No.
leggings because there's
Oh, yeah.
plenty of room for all the extra tummy fuzzles that you're gonna have
Yes.
with the yummy foods, and
It's gonna be so great.
hug and you know, say that you love all your family members, because you never know. Life is short. You gotta love your family. And
Wow, dude.
Thanksgiving!
Oh my god.
Eat all the food!
Bringing the house down.
Yeah, well, you know.
Look.
I'm always just all kinds of ball of fun.
Jesus.
Yes, a big ball of fun, that's me.
Ridiculous. Have a fantastic Thanksgiving.
Great holiday, and don't worry, we're still gonna be here next week and every week.
While you're recovering from Black Friday.
Yeah, but just
be
don't
here.
do it, guys. Just
don't.
say no to
Just-
the Black Friday,
And if you're gonna do it, park in the right fucking parking lot.
please, because some poor server is gonna have to come out and call the cops on you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Probably me. No. If you do go out on Black Friday, I want you to tweet me and tell me all the things that you felt were so necessary to go out in this hell and purchase.
Yeah, I really want to
wanna
know what
know.
it is that drives you out there, because
Yeah.
at this point, I feel like there's no deal great enough to
No.
make me go anywhere on Black Friday.
No.
No. You know what I do? I sit at home and I eat Thanksgiving leftovers and day drink.
And this year I'm at least gonna watch the new Gilmore Girls because it comes
Oh
out
my
on
gosh!
Friday.
New Gilmore Girls! I'm
Yes!
a little scared. I'm a little scared to watch it, because you know what happened the last time I watched the Gilmore Girls.
Okay, you cannot blame Tuna dying on the Gilmore Girls.
But I watched the last episode of the last season of Gilmore Girls on my second viewing of the series. And then that very day, Tuna died.
Okay, well, Tuna's not gonna die this time. You're gonna watch it.
I have to
Just-
watch it.
Of course.
I cannot watch it. They made it. I cannot watch
Right.
it. Even if they made highly, highly photoshopped photographic materials to promote it.
It's true.
Lauren Graham is old now, guys. It's okay.
I'm still watching it.
I'm gonna watch it.
So
It's
tweet
gonna
me
be
all the
amazing.
things that you went out and bought while I'm enjoying leftovers and watching Gilmore Girls, or share them on Instagram. If you're not following us already, you should. It's at LTE Podcast, and ask Mary for more advice. I feel like you're getting better at it.
Yeah, right?
Send us an email to louderthaneverpodcast@gmail.com.
Let's do it.
We will be back here next week. I hope you are too.
Yeah. Have
Okay,
a great
bye.
one. Bye. Oh my gosh.
There's so much snot.
Ew.
Snot episode.
That's not what it's called. What was it called? Prostitution mini session.
Yeah. Look, Becky, stop being so damn sensitive.
Please, okay? You need to get it together. You like us. We like you. We're not gossiping about you behind your back. You and I are the ones doing the gossiping, Becky.
About me?
Do you have a butt? Do you look like a rap guy's girlfriend?
Maybe.
You could
I could be a rap guy's girlfriend if I wanted to be.
Oh my god, who understands those rap guys?
Those rap
They only
guys.
like her because she looks like a total prostitute.
We just won. We just won the podcast.
It was good.
Episode 22. Fuck yeah.